What goes through your mind when I mention media superstars such as Megan Fox, Jessica Alba, Jake Gyllenhaal, or David Beckham? While we may all have different opinions on their talent and fame, one opinion is consensual for the majority of us. They all look really, really good. The truth is, we all have that one actress, comedian, talk show host, singer, or even an athlete that we just think is flawless from head to toe, and we would do anything to look more like them. In my survey of the class, I asked if you had to take one famous person in the media on a date, who would it be and why? I found a common trend in a majority of your answers, and I put together a slide depicting many of your people. Here are some people that you mentioned that you would like to take on a date. People such as Megan Fox, Brad Pitt, George Clooney, Chris Webby, Baby Doll from the movie Sucker Punch, Jessica Alba, and Natalie Portman. If these are the common aesthetics that we look for in a date, this also puts a pressure on us to look as the media defines as dateable. But could the obsession over trying to look like a celebrity be taking a toll on our health? For many of us, the answer is yes. Our body image is negatively affected by the images portrayed by the media. Body image disorders such as anorexia, bulimia, body dysmorphic disorders, and many others are associated with the obsession over competing with unrealistic standards set by the people we idolize. I personally have had struggles with this issue. Although I have never been diagnosed with a body image disorder, as a girl, I always feel the pressure of looking as good as I possibly can. Through demonstrating the powerful impact of the media on our perceptions, the tools that the media industry uses to manipulate average people to turn them into stunning celebrities, and promoting thousands of advertisements of beauty and dieting products, the mass media industry is creating body image disorders in their audiences. I'll begin by letting you know a little bit about the impact the media has on our perception of ourselves. The media is increasingly predominant as a form of entertainment for us ever since its creation. Ever since we began watching television, we've been subjecting ourselves to the images portrayed by the media. With so much direct focus on the media, it needs to be considered the impact that it's having on us. The social comparison theory states that we compare ourselves to people that we believe are similar to ourselves, mostly to compare our abilities and successes. With the media producing sitcoms that depict the life of the modern American family, commercials that have young and thin, beautiful, glamorous models producing beauty-enhancing products, and movies that have Megan Fox portraying your average high school student, we have pretty high standards to live up to. An article entitled Introduction to Body Image, Teen Decisions states that the average model is 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighs 110 pounds, while the average woman is 5 foot 4 inches tall and weighs 140 pounds. So are these really the people that we should be comparing ourselves to and idolizing? Probably not. However, it seems that we do. In this same article, it states that 40% of teenage girls examined were influenced by pictures in magazines to lose weight, although only 29% of these girls were actually even slightly overweight. With low self-esteem becoming common in women, the Dove Beauty Image Campaign estimates that 25% of teens with low self-esteem practice disordered eating, such as starving themselves, refusing to eat, or overeating, and then throwing up when they feel bad about themselves. With an increased population of children who are growing up in front of a TV, they are developing a superficial sense of who they are. The TV allows us to compare ourselves to people who are not ideal to our common average society. Now that I've informed you about the impact that the media has on our perception, I would like to explain to you how the media creates an unrealistic image of celebrities through the use of Photoshop. Pictures and advertisements have a monumental effect on the way we view our own bodies. The article, The Ugly Side of the Beauty Industry, cites that the incidence of anorexia nervosa in girls ages 10 to 19 is correlated with changes in fashion over the last 50 years. But what if these girls knew the secrets of Photoshop? What if these girls knew that these models might not look look as perfect as they seem. The Photoshop software is an industry standard in our media and advertisement production. It is used to alter any part of a person's body and fix any imperfections. Editors spend hours editing a photo of someone who was already supposed to be perfect to begin with. Ken Harris, a professional imager retoucher, airbrushes photos of the glamorous models who broadcast idealized images of beauty around the world. He states, "Almost always, I start by fixing the nose. Every picture goes through some 20 or 30 rounds, back and forth between the client, the retoucher, and the agency. They are perfected to death. I do not see these pictures as real or authentic. I see these pictures as mechanical and inhuman. Everything there is there to alter your mind, to alter your perception of what physical beauty is and what the means of obtaining it are. I'm really screwing with people's sense of self-identity and sense of self-worth, but I get paid really well." To further demonstrate the effects of Photoshop, I have found a video clip entitled Evolution, sponsored by the Dove Beauty Campaign. It shows the process of turning an average woman into a jaw-dropping model. Now that you are more aware of the effects that Photoshop dramatically changes the picture of an average person, you are aware that celebrities may not actually look as they seem. However, people, especially adolescents, may not be aware of the dramatic effects of Photoshop. They may not be aware that the people they idolize, their image is basically born on a computer, and they risk their lives trying to obtain this look. Now that I've explained to you just how dramatic the effects of Photoshop can be, I would like to talk to you about the impact that advertisements have on us. The media is sponsored by advertisements. There are basically no form of media that does not run on advertisements. And they conform their images, as the media does, to try and sell their product. They believe that we will buy a product if it will help us to look like someone that we idolize. Consider this. Ariana Ojeda, author of Teen Body Image, cites that recent studies have found that by age 17, women have received over 250,000 commercial media messages. This statistic may not seem that predominant until we interpret the concepts that they are relaying. A study at the University of Connecticut reveals that women engage in social comparison processes from exposure to thin ideal media commercials, as well as self-directed negative consequences, such as negative mood, depressed thoughts, and thoughts about diet and exercise products. In my survey, I was not surprised to see that 75% of the class had purchased some type of image-enhancing product. And out of those 75 people, 75% of the class, 30% of them said that these products had posed a risk to their health. We obviously are subjected to the advertisements of the media. They create an emotional appeal that for most of us is impossible to resist. Even if we are risking our lives, we want to look better. And the endless advertisements of image-enhancing products claim to have a surefire and easy way to do this. In conclusion, The media is the most popular form of entertainment and is having a great impact on the perception of ourselves. However, through manipulative Photoshop techniques, as well as infinite ads pushing image-altering products, it is completely destroying our body image. It is allowing us to believe that we are not beautiful when we look just the way that we were intended to look. When I asked you the question, have you ever felt the pressure of having to create a certain body image or a certain look to look the way the media wants you to, 9 out of 11 of you answered yes. It is obvious that the media is having an impact on our body image. But the real question we need to ask ourselves, is the media encouraging us for self-improvement or pressuring us into self-destruction?